Andrew Pinion here, unshaven and ready to switch up. Whoa! Let me lower the situation here a bit. Andrew Pinion here, starting with a new chain to focus on Wienerschnitzel. A little fun fact about them: they were founded in First off, the term Wienerschnitzel actually usually refers to an item that is not hot dogs. It's a thinly breaded, pan-fried veal cutlet, and it's an Austrian dish. But and I know someone will say I'm wrong, but in German and Deutsch, I believe it means Vienna cutlet. So they took it to mean hot dogs. It was founded in 1961 by John Collardi. Sounds very German. And he founded the first one in LA. And in 1961 and 1965 was the first franchise. And they're based in Newport Beach in Orange County. And they have a front style A-style roof. They're predominantly in California and Texas. I was surprised to find out, like Subway, which is the biggest fast food chain on the planet, they're privately owned. It's a family-owned affair founded by this John Gallardi. He passed away, his wife took it over. And they're franchised predominantly in California and Texas, with some in Arizona, Colorado, Illinois, Louisiana, New Mexico, Nevada, Utah, Washington. Of the writing I read this, one in Guam and Panama, and they made a franchise agreement to develop more in Panama and Latin America.
They were doing dual branding with Tasty Freeze in '99, and then 2003, the owner of Wienerschnitzel bought Tasty Freeze. So you get Tasty Freeze ice cream there. At their peak in the mid-'70s, in 1975, there was 450 locations. Today, there's over 350. I saw 358 approximately. He got into the hot dog business. He actually started, before founding it in 1961, working for Glenn Bell of Taco Bell, and he was managing like Cali-Mex fast food places. And he got into hot dogs because, quote, nobody else was in hot dogs. So that's how it started. They're known as the biggest hot dog chain on the planet, the McDonald's of hot dogs, if you will. I'm starting with just the basics. Two simple basics. The simple
mustard hot dog. I believe it's pork. I'll have to look that up later. I'll put it in the thing. I think it's just pork. It's just a simple mustard dog, no frills. Not the greatest presentation, but it's a simple, cheap hot dog. Nice to switch it up. My submarine sandwich mania. I must say, I'm happy to say, I am not hungover today. Or in a bad way, like the two previous reviews. I must say, those happen on the weekend. On the weekend, I tend to overindulge sometimes. Not during the week, but on the weekend is my problem area. Mustard has a tanginess. You got the buns with a hot dog, which basically serves as the handle. Pork hot dog. Oh, simple, cheap. It's not a masterpiece, but it'll hold you over. Now, along with hot dogs, they're known for their hot dogs, their chili dogs, and their chili fries, more than they are for just regular fries. But just start off from the basics. I got regular fries, which are large fries in the cup, just regular fries, hot fried potato, slices of salt. These are more like room temp. Oh, okay. But the ketchup is missing with this. Again, how do I order regular fries from fast food and they don't put ketchup in them for fries? I don't know. They're known for the chili cheese dog. It's a really messy affair. You don't even see much of the cheese. It's just looks like a little of the cheese right there on the top there. It's a messy. Chili and cheese adds a lot. This is a little better than just a regular dog. With mustard. It's better, I think, than their mustard dog. So messy. Not too pretty.
One question is, someone could ask is, how come, there isn't that many hot dog chains. There's Wienerschnitzel, there's Sonic Drive-In, which does hot dogs, but also hamburgers and other items, fast food items. But other than Wienerschnitzel and Sonic, there's not a lot of like national kind of hot dog chains. And I think the reason for that is Americans generally love hot dogs. I'm not saying everyone, of course, there's vegetarians and vegans, and some people just don't like hot dogs. But statistically, we as Americans like hot dogs. On days like 4th of July, a lot of hot dogs are eaten. But I think the difference between hot dogs and say like burgers, fried chicken, pizza, Cali Mex and Tex-Mex, sandwiches, this sort of thing, I think a lot of Americans like them, but they don't respect them. And why you see tons more national chains of those other items in fast food than you do hot dogs. Outside of, say, and I'm excluding like regional hot dogs that do get a little more respect. I'm just talking about in the most generic sense, hot dog with a mustard line down the middle. In that generic sense of kind of a national hot dog without the regional varieties. Outside of a barbecue, it never left the kind of street vendor level of kind of respect as a street that the other fast food items did. A lot of Americans eat hot dogs at baseball games, movie theaters, and at convenience stores like 7-Eleven and A.M. or a grocery chain like Costco. But generally speaking, there wasn't a demand willing to, even in a fast service restaurant, sit down with their family and do hot dog chain. So it never really left that street level vendor as much as the other places did. And which in some ways I think made for more regional varieties, which we can get into later. The hamburgers also have both. They have regional varieties, but they also have a lot of big chains. But hot dogs, even there, like I said, at its peak, Wienerschnitzel had 450, and now there's like 350. That is nothing compared to like the biggest burger chain. McDonald's has over 30,000 locations in over 100 countries. Subway has 30 to 40,000 locations. Eating hot dogs in a place like 7-Eleven, a convenience store, than Wienerschnitzel more, or eating at baseball games, movie theaters,
barbecuing it at home. So generally speaking, it just never got the respect to elevate beyond that street vendor level as much into a restaurant, fast food chains like the other fast food items. I'd say the first mustard dog, it was okay. It wasn't terrible, it wasn't bad. It was edible. And price point, for $2.06 for a dog, it's nothing. So I'd say overall it was okay. If you're in a pinch, you only have $5 or something, you want something to hold you over, you get a couple hot dogs and a soda for $5. It's okay. I give it 2 out of 4 stars. It's not terrible. It's not bad. It's okay. Chili dog was an elevation, I think. It was the same. I felt the same way about it. And the first one had the tanginess of the mustard and everything, but it felt the same level of hot dog as the regular dog plus chili and cheese. It elevates it. So I'll give the chili dog 2.5 out of 4 stars. These fries, there are a lot of them. I'm giving 2 out of 4. Fried potato slices with salt. Usually hot, you can't go wrong. If I had ketchup with it, I'd give it probably 2.5. It's okay. There's a lot of them. Price point's okay. So it wasn't the greatest. First foray into Wienerschnitzel, but I'm hopeful. I think we're gonna get into better stuff. It wasn't bad.
But I love hot dogs. You can quote me on it.